In this conclusion, there is no explanation of transit. There is no explanation of effect of transit. There is no explanation in this particular conclusion that there is no task, precaution or chanting. I can offer you the whole premium content and I can offer you a very golden opportunity. For that, you need to visit my website, prakashastrologer.com, and from there, you can download Android app. If you have an Android phone, so kindly download the Android app and enjoy 13 weeks trial. From 13 weeks trial for Android app, you will have access to the full premium content, all the premium content of weekly horoscope and the monthly horoscope. You can enjoy that. But at the same time, Aries, month of November, the conclusion of the month 2022. Aries, for all of you. First thing first, your chart of the month. Rahu transiting in your lagna, which is very unique, but Rahu's position based on Mars. Mars transiting in third house. Rahu's position based on Mars, but Mars position is quite strong in third house. And first house occupied by Rahu, second house is empty, third house is occupied by Mars, but Mars position is very tricky in third house. Seventh house is occupied by Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. But here this particular union, Sun and Venus are always together. They always help each other. Master and the slave. Venus and Ketu, then we can't take them as a best friend, but Ketu is associated with Venus. Here the position of Venus, because Venus is in conjunction with the position of Sun, Venus, Mercury, Ketu. Here the Sun and Mercury are getting together and try to, shut down the Venus or dominate the Venus position. But sometime Venus is in the transiting in Libra. That will not be the case. Moon and Saturn together in 10th house. This combination in 10th house, okay. Most of this Moon and Saturn union is not very positive, but Moon and Saturn together in Capricorn, but in 10th house, some positivity is there. Jupiter position in 12th house. I'm not very favorable, highly favorable Jupiter position in 12th house. But Jupiter transiting in Pisces, so some positive side is there. Let's talk about conclusion of the month, Aries, month of November. Rahu transiting in the lagna. Aries, you have to refrain from any kind of negative thinking, self-destructive thinking, distorted thinking. You have to get rid of these kind of crackpot thinking. Please beware of severe headaches, beware of migraine, beware of eye infection. Try not to be self-destructive. Try not to be involved in those activities which can only create a huge losses for you. Don't do that. Refrain from unnecessary expenditure. The position of Rahu in Lagna can dominate your partner's health. It can dominate your matrimonial relationship. Position of Rahu will only give you ego and aggression. That will create a lot of enemies, lot of opponents, and sometimes nothing is happening around you, but sometimes you can feel you can feel very much threatened, and sometimes you are in the middle of a conflict. So be careful. Refrain from unnecessary ego massage. You have to be careful how you applying your ego and determination and drive and temper. Be careful, but making sure that try to be positive, try to be creative, not destructive. Mars position in third house. Mars in third house will give you courage and confidence, no doubt about it. But in communication with the world around you, refrain from infusing with aggression. If you inputting aggression in your communication, you will spoiling all your relationship personally and professionally. But Mars position third house will give you confidence and courage. With that is a very big force, confidence and courage. You can win a lot of things. You can resolve a lot of things. You can root out a lot of your problems. There may be some kind of a favor from our authorities because you are not afraid of anything to face anything. But if you are infusing too much aggression in your communication, then your relationship will suffer. Personally and professionally both. With your confidence and courage, you can fulfill your desire, achieving any goal. No doubt about it. There will be success through efforts. If you are involved in any litigation, your success will be there. If you are participating in any activity, your courage will appear. Your strong presence will appear. You can achieve anything. Here, Mars position in 3rd house. You will be totally presenting yourself as an independent boss. And you'll be very performing your duties, achieving successful, very courageous, very brave, showing people the ultimate drive and discipline and accomplishing impossible. Definitely. And winning all the time. Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu in 7th house. This position in 7th house, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu. You don't have a conflict, but you will end up creating a conflict you shouldn't be, personally or professionally. And due to that, there will be dispute, personal level or professional life, which you shouldn't be. But sometimes these 4 planets in 7th house, you will be under force to find out where you stand in your life. You will be under compulsion to find out what you stand, what are your rights, what are your duties, and what you should do. And it will shake you up, your union. You will occupy a position of higher status. Business transaction will prove to be beneficial to you as long as you're on the right track, as long as you do the most needful. You can be victorious in your arguments. No doubt about it. You will win the whole thing with your courage, with your creativity, with your vision, with your imagination, with your creativity. No doubt about it. But you must know, it's all depending on your search and research and if you are on the right track. You will travel around quite a lot. You can be extremely argumentative. In everything, people raise a question, you'll have an answer. But sometimes in argument, use the logic, not the ego. Travel will be, running around will be quite a lot. Refrain from any kind of financial losses if you're not very careful. And look after your health regarding abdominal issues. Sometimes you will be under a lot of stress or pressure. Business dealing will be profitable. You can win a lot. You can achieve a lot. If you're in a joint venture and if you're on the right track, you can accomplish anything which is impossible. And you'll be succeeding in your undertaking as long as you're not using an aggressive approach. As long as you're diplomatic and polite, then you can achieve a lot. You'll enjoy luxuries and lifestyle. And as long as you are very polite, refrain from using too much ego and aggression, then you'll be fine. Travel will be quite a lot. You can be all over the place and sometimes you spend plenty of money to enjoyment. You want to enjoy thoroughly and you want to enjoy luxury, passion, intimacy, and you want to achieve everything. But if you're in the middle of a dispute, you have to be extremely careful. This particular union, Sun, Mercury, Venus, Ketu, this will push you if you're into a living argument and conflict between you and the other people around you. That conflict can be a dispute related with inheritance, dispute related with property, dispute related with joint fund, or you are fighting with somebody due to money. You end up in a court. That can be, you want money from somebody. You have to be well behaved. You have to be properly behaved. If you are in the middle of a relationship, you have to know what the partner wants to hear from you. And sometimes if you become over aggressive, you can end up spoiling something very important, which you shouldn't be. At this particular time period, you'll have a lot of attention from the companion. And you'll be given a lot of attention. You'll enjoy romance, intimacy. And if you're a single person, romantic relationship will be there to fulfilling your needs. So be brave, but don't do anything which you can't justify. Saturn, Moon position in 10th house. Sun, Saturn, Moon, if I look at the union, Moon and Saturn union is not, I'm not very favorable for this union. But Saturn and Moon together in Capricorn in 10th house. Here you will receive a lot of favor from superior higher authorities. Decision maker will support you. Your professional life will have a rising. You'll dominate over your opponents with your logic, with your hard work, with your determination. But look after your health. Your desire will be fulfilled. Success will come to you as long as you give the most needed efforts. There are losses in business if you're not very careful. Beware of cheating, deception, fraud, and don't do anything which you can't even justify. Don't involve in that kind of project or invest that kind of money in that kind of venture which you have no idea at all. People can take you for those kind of rides. And do not involve yourself in a risky business venture. There you will face financial losses if you involve too much risky business venture, which you have no clue about. Sometimes personal life can be revolve around a lot of domestic argument, conflict, sometimes misunderstanding, and sometimes too much acquisition on each other. There might be a change of place regarding residence or business or both. You want to occupy a very high position. You can occupy a very high position. You will receive honor, name, fame, and popularity will be rising, and you will be well respected by people who have authority and power. But at the same time, you might have a few issues between you and your higher authorities, between you and your parents. Look after your relationship between you and your parents. Refrain from any kind of animosity between you and your parents. You can become wealthy and established in your own business, in your own profession, in your own career, and you will come out and you're starting a new chapter of prosperity. Result of Jupiter in 12th house. Expenditure can be sky high, but with your own will, but only on the good deeds. You'll organize a lot of charitable events, and those events only for you want to help somebody, or religious events or charitable events, or sometimes you want to help people. Journeys here will be totally, sometimes you can be all over the place, and look after your health, look after your father's health and well-being. You might go abroad. You'll have a lot of planning to go abroad or travel around, but refrain from, people can mislead you, people can cheat you. Be careful. You'll spend a lot of money for companionship. You end up spending a lot of money to enjoyment. You want to spend a lot of money for traveling. You would like to spend a lot of money to thoroughly have a joy factor. But at the same time, beware of foul habits, bad habits. Be careful and don't do anything which you can't justify, please. Aries, the prominent dates for Aries month of November. Prominent dates are, these prominent dates, if you're signing any important contract, if you're organizing any important event, if you're organizing any important meeting, business meeting, test, exam, interview, romantic date, presentation, then pick any of these dates. 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 7th, 8th, 12th, 13th, 19th, 20th, 28th, 29th, 30th of November. Wish you all the very best of luck. I'm sure you like this content. Press the bell for like and kindly become a subscriber and share this content with your friends and family. If you become our Android subscriber, we can offer you 13 weeks trial, full premium content. But if you also become our YouTube subscriber, we can share with you a lot. We can share with you all the conclusions, all the preview for weekly horoscope, monthly horoscope, yearly horoscope, Saturn transit effect, Jupiter transit effect, plus Rahu Ketu's transit effect. You can also participate. You can also share with you a link. Every week we have a 3 live streaming. Live show. Each live show is 2 hours. Every Friday, 1200 hour till 1400 hour UK timing live show. And every Sunday we have 2 live show. All times are based on UK because I'm based in UK. 1200 hour to 14 hour on Sunday. 1500 hour to 1700 hour UK timing. Live show, live streaming. You can participate in the live show, raise any question about yourself by giving me your name, date of birth, place of birth, time of birth. Ask any question. I'll try my very best to answer your question. You can take a live show, live consultation by becoming a subscriber, by pressing the bell for notification. And all the question answer sessions in live show is based on your birth chart, and which will help you if you're making any important vital decision. You can learn a lot for the coming month regarding the environment of the month, your actions, your reactions, your situation, scenario. And if you become our Android subscriber, we can share the full premium content with you by going to the website, download the Android app. Having the full access to the premium content means you have a effect of the transit. All the transit effect will be defined. Mars effects, Sun, Mercury, Venus, all the planetary effect, transit of each and every planet will define all the major 4 planets: Sun, Mercury, Venus and Mars. So after that, definition of the conclusion, and then astrological help as a task. What task you need to balance the monthly equation? Sometimes you need the task. And what precaution, what you shouldn't do, and what chanting you can do to boost yourself up. The monthly premium content of all, you can download the app, Android app, and acquire the 13 weeks trial and accomplish that. At the same time, try to become our YouTube subscriber. We can share a lot. So wish you all the very best of luck.